Kamehameha!
Kamehameha.
I know. It probably wasn't necessary, but,
Wait, that was the start of the recording?
Yeah, that's the start. Okay. Welcome to the third episode of the Scattered Podcast. You have me, Sarah, your other host, Wham.
Hi!
Why do you take so long to respond?
I don't break off!
And our guest
What was-
today, Courtney. Okay, so today we're doing a two-part episode and we will be talking about games that help us three, the three in this call right now, with some of our autistic or ADHD traits, because Jesus Christ, it's hard living with them. We've all picked out a game or two that helps us in our own way and might help anyone listening. So, great. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay,
you
who
are
wants
very
who wants to start? Wham, you starting or Courtney, you starting?
I don't care. I can start if you want me to start.
You go ahead.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I said that he could go.
I'll just start. So my fuck's sake. Fuck's sake.
Sorry, continue.
My comfort game, or a game that has still helps me has helped me a lot to relax and kind of get the thoughts under control when everything feels really stressed out and so on, is Power Simulator, because you do something with your brain, but it doesn't require that much thought power.
Power Wash Simulator?
Yes.
Power
Wash Simulator.
Power Swash. Okay, sorry. I couldn't hear it because yeah. Continue. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But yes. I can do. I don't know if that helps, but I hope that helped with
It's okay.
hearing me.
It's okay. I think you're just so fast. Fast? You're just so fast.
I will try to speak slower then.
Oh my god, no, not that slow. I would kill you. I would kill myself.
No.
Please don't.
Please stop. Don't do that.
Yes.
Get some help.
No.
Get some help.
Yeah. Please stop. Get some help. Don't do that.
Why do you like Power
Right.
Wash?
Because the fact of you don't really use that much you don't use that much brain power because you're literally just washing, right? But at the same time, your brain is doing something, so it's a constant thing that your brain can just, fall into rhythm with, where you just go rhythmically from start to finish and just wash things down. And then there is the beautiful ding whenever you clean something, it pops up, ding, which gives a bit of a, I would say, dopamine rush, where when you do it, it's oh, I got the thing, okay, let's just continue on. And one thing I found out that I like to do, which seems redundant for some probably, but I like to do it where I just use the yellow. There's different nozzles in the game. So there is white, green, white, green, yellow, red nozzles, and then there is a soap nozzle thing as well.
Nozzles.
Yes, nozzles. The thing you said at the.
I thought he was saying muscles, and I was thinking all of the muscles are red. I don't. Sorry.
No, it's fine. No, not muscles, but nozzles.
Ah, nozzles.
Yes, nozzles. I like to use the yellow nozzle. So the white nozzle is the widest nozzle, but and it removes some of the dirt, or dirt and grime, or whatever you want to call it, but you have to do it multiple times or go back with a smaller nozzle um to get the job done. Or like, and then you have the green, which is a bit smaller and a bit more powerful, so it can take a bit more. But I still feel like you have to do multiple takes or come back again with a more powerful nozzle. And then you have the yellow, which is a fairly small but like really powerful nozzle. So if you do it kind of slowish, you can actually do most of everything in one go and don't really have to go back to it. And then you have the red nozzle, which it is needed sometimes, but it's just a like straight on just a beam of water that can remove the most tedious parts of whatever dirt and grime there is. But I like to use the yellow and the red all the time. And I don't even use the soap because like you can go around with the soap and like soften things up to make it easier and go quicker. I don't even use them because I don't know, my mind kind of likes just having the level to just be what it is and like just cleaning it without having to do multiple takes on it and so on, because I literally just use it as a almost like stress relief to a certain degree. Um,
So you
yeah,
would
I
prefer to like take your time and get it all done in one pass than basically just keep going at it.
yeah, exactly. Also because I feel like if you keep having to keep going at it, like my ADHD ass kicks in, and like I've already been here fucking 3 times at this point. Why the fuck am I going back to this? Instead of just like, oh, this is now done. Okay, I can continue on. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
um,
your brain, it works better segmented than it does having to hop back and forth to get multiple things done. That makes sense.
Isn't there
yeah, exactly.
also a like lawn mowing simulator? It's kind of like I don't know if the same
Hmm.
people make it, but isn't it kind of like a similar kind of thing of do you have any other games that are like that, like
Yeah,
where you can
I
just
I
drone
do
out?
actually. Multiple of those kinds of games, both with my phone, but also on the computer. Um, some of them hits the same spot as Power Wash, but feels shorter than Power Wash. Others kind of just hits it for a moment and then it's kind of gone. That's kind of how I feel like with Lawn Mowing Simulator. It's still a fun game, but like I you have to get the right the right height. You have to get like you have to clean up the yard first. You have to do like multiple things, and yeah, I don't know. I just I mean, it's a fun game. Don't get me wrong. It's actually a really really well made game, and it's quite fun. But for my for what I want it to be, I cannot use it for that. At least not for my brain. It might work for some, but yeah, not for my brain.
No, that's pretty cool.
Hmm?
Makes a lot of sense. Even just watching gameplay of Power Wash can be kind of relaxing too, because
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
been a
Sorry.
few times where I've like watched a YouTube video of someone basically doing a podcast while playing it, and it can be really cool.
I did
Yeah.
watch I can't remember who it was. It might have been oh, he's the engineer. I can't remember his name.
Markiplier?
No, he's like civil. I think it's civil engineer. Um,
Oh.
he's really funny. He draws dicks on everything because it is the most efficient shape. So I think I think he was doing a power wash playthrough and he just drew dicks on everything. And then obviously he like cleaned everything down. But like just watching one of those episodes was enough for me, and I kind of was like, okay, I get it. It is very satisfying. It is very, it's kind of like one of those mindless games, but it's at the same time I need something a little bit more. Even though I have so many simulator games as well, but I don't know. I feel like I need something more than just cleaning some dirt.
Yeah.
You
I
different
mean,
strokes, different folks.
yes, exactly. Another YouTuber that I know have played Power Simulator and actually uses it like in the kind of the same way as I do, and has actually helped him uh learn patience because he's
Ooh.
really struck by ADHD, which is Markiplier. He
Oh,
has
he did one?
actually, yeah, he actually has a podcast going at the moment called Power Wash Pals, literally where he plays Power Wash with people and talk about anything and everything he wants to talk about. Yeah.
Oh.
But one of the things he said about Power Wash multiple times is the fact that it has helped him learn to relax and learn to like things takes the time it takes kind of thing. Yeah. So that's kind of interesting to also like hear it from such a big like such a big
Hmm.
influence that I like I felt this way before hearing his side of the things, but it's kind of interesting to hear like from a person that is so like influenced by so much around the world and is influenced so much by his ADHD that it has actually helped him to a certain degree, which is really nice, honestly.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It makes sense that it would it kind of forces you to be patient. Um
Yeah.
which
Mm,
I know there are probably quite a few games that kind of force that, but I guess Power Wash is a really good example of it.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
Do you have any other games
Um,
that you kind of want to mention? Or sorry, Courtney, I'm cutting you off.
I was just
Ah.
gonna agree with you. It's fine.
There's probably a lot of games I can talk about, but that is my main comfort game. Like I don't know. I jump from game to game multiple times. Like sometimes I come back to games, other times I don't come back to it. One game that I have spent a lot of time in is a game called the Robo Quest.
Oh yeah, I've been
Um,
seeing you play
Oh
this.
yeah.
exactly. RoboQuest is a really fast paced rogue light shooter game where you play as these robots kind of is in the name, you know. um your mission is to go from level to level to destroy the rogue robots and like get rid of corruption and like like you get different weapons throughout the levels and you can upgrade yourself and there is I think it's 5 different robots you can play as that all of them has their own unique playstyle and like I mean do you have the overall playstyle of you know shoot and then continue on. Also it is a bullet hell game as well, have to say that. um but like all of them has their own playstyle, as in one of them uses a lot of like rockets and shotguns and so on. One of them is really speedy, kind of assassin, can go invisible. One of the other ones can like throw around with elemental stuff, and one have a bunch of minions, and so like all of them have their own kind of unique way of playing. So every like there is a robot to kind of every playstyle, which is really unique. But this is kind of the opposite of a Power Wash because Robot Quest is literally extremely fast paced, and you have to continuously move, and there are so many things you have to keep an eye out on, otherwise you will lose the level because when you die, you have to restart the run. Um, Here in the fact of the rogue like game.
Hmm.
Which is really really interesting. I like that aspect of it.
I suppose you
So yeah,
have to
it's
kind
it's
of adapt quite quickly.
yes, exactly. and like the further you go into the levels, the more different types of enemies that can do different things will be thrown at your face. So like when you get some of the last levels, you will be facing like lasers, while like there's fireballs being shot at you, while there's miniguns and snipers and small things that is like making traps for you, while other things are trying to keep you like locked in place. And so in that regard, it is a bullet hell, so you have to continuously like be aware of your surroundings and try and move around. um I really like that game when my brain is extremely hyperactive and I just need my brain to use energy so I can focus on other stuff.
Yeah. Fire all
And
cylinders.
what?
Fire all
Fire all
cylinders.
cylinders. Yeah.
Exactly. Fire on all cylinders, which is really, really fantastic. And when I do play it, I do enter into a form of trance. Like I don't recognize what is around me. Like my mom at one point was standing in the door looking at me for like 10 minutes, and I didn't even like realize she was standing there.
Bro, that's insane.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
goodness.
Um, and then like I then like I play for like I don't know 2, 3, 4 hours straight, and then my brain is like, okay, I'm done, no more, and then I can't like they can go a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks where I don't even touch the game, and then I can have like 1, 2 days where I play it again. And yeah, it's kind of interesting like that.
Yeah. Courtney, do you have any games that are like fast paced like that, or do you kind of slow down a little bit?
The thing is, I tend to not be able to play super fast-paced games the majority of the time. For whatever reason, my brain just doesn't run that fast a lot of the time. And when I am hyper, the most I do is like play one of my other games that just allows me to run around a lot. But
Yeah.
even when I'm really hyper, the the game that I always end up returning to regardless of how I'm feeling most of the time and I just need something comfortable is pretty much any of the Pokemon main series games.
Okay. Yeah, no, you have been a massive Pokemon fan since I've known you, so.
Since I was a literal child who'd learned to read, I've played them my whole life.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main series games, just especially the newer ones, the older ones weren't always the best, but they've definitely improved a bunch in recent years, even though they're not keeping up with a lot of the like really high quality games. But it's just such a comfort for me because if I want to give myself a mission, I can go and try and get some of the Pokemon I haven't yet collected for the Pokedex. If um I'm not feeling up to trying to hunt down some of the awkward to find Pokemon, a lot of the time I really love shiny hunting in the main series games, which sure that they literally are just sparkly versions with nothing else about them. But I fucking love the sparkles.
Honestly, I think the majority of your teams are full of shinies. Like I don't know how you do
Yeah.
it. You just have so many.
it's cause Pokemon is both a hyperfixation and a comfort game. So whenever I just need something good to give me a bit of happiness if I'm having a really off day, is I go on and I hunt for shinies.
Yeah.
Be it going out and trying to find them in the wild, or if it's a subtle shiny or a small shiny, I'll use what's called the Masuda method, which is where you have one of your Pokemon and a foreign Pokemon breed together, and you get a higher odd of getting a shiny Pokemon.
Mm.
And honestly, it's really good, and especially since the Legend Arceus games came out. Whenever I want a faster paced version, where I just want to zoom around trying to find any kind of shiny Pokemon, that's one of the best ones. because you can just go fast. You can um like allow yourself to get into dangerous situations because the Pokemon attack you in that game.
Mm.
And it's so good because regardless of what mood I'm in, I have at least a main series Pokemon game that just hits the spot. And whenever I really want to focus in, I really love the Mystery Dungeon games, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, I love them so much. The
They're
story
so
gets
good.
me every time.
Yeah. There are several times where I like want to reset the game just for the story as well.
Yeah.
And like it's so good because like the Robo Quest with Wham, it's a roguelike. So you can just keep replaying it over and over and over again. And it never gets old because there's always going to be something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And like it is just perfect for when I really want to focus in on a bit of strategy, which like it's certainly not the hardest games out there by any means, because they are aimed towards kids,
Mm.
but it's so good for a lot of the end game dungeons. There's still several of those I haven't completed yet, which honestly I need to try and get on doing on one of the days where I need to focus. That
Well,
would
I
be a fun
mean,
challenge.
I'm coming to visit you soon anyway, so we said we were gonna play it together.
Yeah.
So maybe we can do, depending on how, if we're playing it all day every day, throughout the whole time I'm visiting you, um, we might just get to the end game.
Hopefully, it would be really cool if we could get through the whole story while you're staying over. That would be awesome.
I feel like it is one of those things that we would both just like focus in on and just like, oh my god, yeah. I feel like we could do it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, and like with us both really wanting just some chill times to focus in on some things to have some fun, this is gonna be like one of the perfect projects.
yeah. Plus the next podcast episode is scheduled for my last day of me visiting you. So we
Yeah.
can give an update in the next podcast.
True,
Yeah.
yes.
Actually, it'll probably be the next one because we're doing a double episode.
True. Yeah.
So
Next recording is gonna be at my house.
yeah,
But yeah.
next recording, but it'll
Yep.
be not the fourth episode, but the fifth episode that you'll get an update
Yeah.
on if we manage to complete the whole thing or not.
It's gonna be interesting to hear about. It's really interesting to hear about you guys' take on Pokemon because Pokemon has never been a game that I've been able to get into. Like
Mm,
I tried to get into Sword and Shield when that came out, but I never was able to actually get into it. Literally, like I think I played it for like 1 week, and then didn't touch it for a long time. And then my sister was like, "Oh, wait, are you playing this game? I want to try playing it," and so on and so on. She literally thought of like she had literally thought about just getting a Switch just for the fact of getting
oh.
Pokemon, and then we played it on a vacation together, and she was like, "Oh, this is cool," and then she never got a Switch, and I never touched Pokemon after that fact. I don't know. I never got into it as a child, like as a child either. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's fair because unless you're either into collection games or especially monster collection games, it's not always going to be the thing for people. But with me growing up with it and always liking the like cute animal characters, it was the fucking perfect thing for me.
Hmm, makes sense.
Guys, my
Yeah,
food just
honest.
came.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
just gonna pause the recording.
Okay.
Okay, we are now unpaused. Wham didn't play uh, because not his game, and Courtney play because it is their game. Continue.
Yeah, I whatever reason, my brain does really love to fixate on the fact that you can try to fill the entire Pokedex to collect all of them. But of course that's not always the thing for every brain. But yeah, I one project I would love to try with Pokemon is one day try and get at least the final form of every shiny Pokemon. But that's probably gonna take a long time, even with
Yeah.
the ease of it with the Legends game and Scarlet and Violet. Well, I should say Legends Arceus because there's gonna be Legends CA soon.
Oh, pardon me.
Can't just say the Legends game anymore.
The Legends.
The But like no, but I understand the fact of like collecting and so on. There's a lot of
Yeah.
games that I played that I like about that like that aspect of it as well. It's just specifically Pokemon that I've never gotten into. Why I
Yeah,
don't know, but yeah.
it's fair. It doesn't always click with everyone, and for some people it doesn't click because they don't enjoy the battle mechanics because it's both you need to know how to read your opponent when you're battling another player, and also depending on what moves you get, sometimes it's a guarantee to hit, sometimes it's 100% unless something interferes with that, like accuracy lowering moves, and others it just part of the move has a chance to just full on miss, or some of them backfire. It's like depending on what battle strategies you like to do, there's a bunch of different ways to do it as well, which is one of the big reasons why I love it. And whenever I'm trying to get a shiny Pokemon that I really like, but it's either awkward to get in the wild or is a version exclusive to the opposite version I got, I tend to try and breed a close to perfect Pokemon while I'm shiny hunting. So I'll Masuda method some really strong Pokemon with my ones to try and get a competitive Pokemon off the bat. And it certainly lowers the amount of items I need to use to up its stats to be a really good battler. There's been I several times that I've tried to breed shiny Pokemon for me to use in the early game of new games, which I'm probably gonna end up trying to do later on, but I don't know which ones to do. Plus, I don't tend to try and get duplicates of shinies, even though it's one of my favorite things to do.
I mean, if you don't
Because
know which Pokemon you want to do that with, you could we could ask the lovely people listening in if they want to
honestly, yeah,
yeah, if they want to pick a single Pokemon or a few different ones that you can choose from or
yeah, it could be fun to see what people suggest and whether or not I've gotten them already. Because I admittedly have like several boxes full of shiny Pokemon,
so
and each
don't
box can have like 30 Pokemon in it.
yeah, don't pick any of the mainstream Pokemon, pick some of the less known ones. So then
Yeah.
so it'll be a bit more of a challenge for Courtney because Courtney's got a
Yeah,
lot.
I do. I really do. But there's probably a few mainstream ones I don't have yet. But yeah, try and give a slightly less popular or obscure Pokemon as well as like some of the mainstream ones, and I'll see which ones I already have, which I don't, and it would be a fun challenge to try and go for some of the Pokemon that listeners and viewers end up liking, because
Yeah.
I know that I certainly have a fairly mainstream favorite Pokemon list, because I'm I'm just the typical person who really likes the fluffy, cute ones. but
Mm,
also the anthropomorphic furry ones can be really pretty as well.
yeah.
I was certainly with everyone when I was like, no, don't have the grass cat stand up. But admittedly, I do like the design now after a while.
Only after a while, though.
Yeah, at first I was like, oh, it could have been so cool to have some kind of grass panther. But with the lore of Meowscarada, the fact that they're a magician type of thing, it's kind of cool.
Makes
I do have
sense.
to admit, it is cool.
I do
Yeah.
have to say, with the Pokemon games, like, I do love that almost every Pokemon has some kind of lore with it. Some of them
Yes.
really sad, really depressing, and a little bit horrifying, and others are just really
Mm.
adorable and cute and wholesome.
Yeah. Like, so many aspects of Pokemon are a favorite of mine. And the fact that every single Pokemon has a Pokedex entry that
Yeah.
will give you some kind of cool tidbit of information about them. And like, of course, the older generation Pokemon, you have a lot more lore for them because they've been around for longer.
Mm.
But so many of the new ones can be so fun as well. And like, I can struggle to remember all of them because there, I think, I don't even remember the amount of them there are right now, but there's a lot of them. I can't remember the exact number. But the fact that there
There's
are
so
so
many.
many, yeah, the fact there are so many means that everyone who is somewhat interested in Pokemon can have a favorite. And it doesn't even always have to be because they're a good battler. I certainly know I love a bunch of Pokemon that aren't really the best battlers. And it's just cool.
Yee.
It's just real cool.
He's cool. He's cool. I'm not great at
It's cool.
battling, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of
Mm.
I'm mid. I definitely don't use all of the different Pokemon's like abilities to the fullest, and I never use like the TMs things. Um,
Yeah.
and I'm only
Kind of
just
necessary for some of them.
yeah, I'm only just starting to kind of use items that the Pokemon can carry and food that they can have.
Wait, really? You
Yeah.
haven't been using berries and battle items?
Literally since I
Oh,
started playing when I was a kid.
do you mean?
Yeah.
So you mean like now?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So, Sarah, what is your comfort game?
Oh my god, that's such a bad transition.
Sorry, man. I'm not good at speaking like you are. I'm sorry.
I don't speak like that, but
So, Sarah,
no,
what kind of
no,
comfort game do you have?
no, I'm okay,
Would you
thanks.
be so delightful to share with the class?
No, I don't want to like. It just feels weird.
No, like okay, but honestly, I am actually kind of curious to hear what kind of
Simulation
comfort game you
games,
have.
baby.
Yes, simulation game. Yes, stimulation game. Yes.
So, okay, so Wham, you like simulation games. Corby, you also like simulation games, but you tend to go towards
Yeah.
Pokemon and cute animals. I
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of a mix between the both of you. I like the games that are kind of mindless, but you can basically break them. Like a lot of simulation games tend to be in early access, have a lot of bugs, and I really love that because it's just so fun. It's so fun to just run around like a maniac and break things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
also, you know, there's enough things to still do to progress, I guess. I'm also hiccuping and
it's a-
burping a lot because I'm drinking Diet
Oh
Coke.
dear.
I apologize.
Oh goodness
It's fine.
gracious.
So yeah, that whole kind of genre is my vibe. I have so many simulation games, it's insane. A lot of them are like animal sims because I like animals. They're pretty cute. They're pretty adorable. Um so I have a lot of animal sim games. Like me and Courtney play Wolf Quest pretty often.
Yes. Honestly, that was like my second choice for comfort game, but Pokemon won out.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is I quite like sims that are that have the potential for you to make your own story with it, because I like making
Yes.
stories with stuff. And quite often when I have like a lot of anxieties and a lot going on in my head, I just kind of automatically start making stories with tiny little things. Like I always have it in my brain. I like, oh, I have this idea and I have this idea. So me and Courtney have quite a lot of role plays that we're kind of doing at the same time, and I'm always coming up with ideas for them. But in terms of like make the brain do the thing that is easy, I kind of go to Ranch Simulator quite often. And I have some really funny screenshots of me and Courtney breaking one of the vans.
Oh.
I actually have a recording of the van just
Oh.
flying around the entire map.
You should so add some of the pictures if you can.
Yeah, I have a series of pictures where the van is flying around, and then in the pictures, it's slowly, like, or very quickly approaching my location. Where it's just flying towards me, and it's just in a few pictures. I think it's in like 2 or 3 pictures where it's like, van is over there, van is in my face. Like,
I think I remember because I think I was in call with you two that day when you were like that was
Ooh,
happening.
might
Yeah.
be.
Either I was in call with you or I was in your game. I remember one of the two.
I don't know, but I have a recording of it as well. Which I'll I'll try and put that in here somewhere, but
Oh god, I might actually need to go to the toilet.
it went so far.
It fucking yeeted itself. Did you find it?
Yeah, I found it. It's just I'm just trying to. Oh my god! It's just so funny. But also with Ranch Sim, because obviously, it's a simulator game and you're on a ranch and you have to build things. It doesn't really have a story in of itself. It's got a very loose story of, I can't remember, like your uncle died or something and you have to tear the house down.
Yeah, it's some
Um,
family member and you take over it because it like got passed down to you in the will, something
Yeah,
like that.
like the typical kind of like ranch thing. And then that's it. There's no other story. Oh my god.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got a message. I will now. There we go.
Oh,
I have now muted my phone. I'm very sorry. Continue speaking, please.
My deepest apologies.
My deepest apologies.
But yeah, so it doesn't really have any story, but it's one of those things where you start with 0 money and you try and earn money as quickly as you can, as most efficiently as you can. You can buy more vehicles, buy animals, and I do love me some animals.
Sounds
honestly.
so
I
wrong,
know,
but
that's
I understand
why-
what
Oh
you mean.
god, yeah, that wording.
I do love me some animals.
No.
Oh no.
No, Sarah, no. Bad wording. Bad wording.
Sarah, I know we both have furry characters. We both have personas, but be careful of your wording. We have reputations. The community has reputation.
Slash joke.
JK, JK,
JK, JK,
JK,
JK,
JK.
JK.
But yeah, no, I fully understand why why you enjoy Ranch so much. We have played it a bunch together as well, and yeah, it's been so much fun. And I love playing Ranch with you because I get to do some of the manual labor, mindless shit while you get to do some of the other stuff you like to do.
Bro,
Like
the
I
amount of
am
eco-terrorism.
exactly. I am an eco-terrorist. When I'm allowed to be an eco-terrorist, I am an eco-terrorist.
Honestly.
Thankfully only in games, but yeah, honestly,
Yes,
it's so
yes.
useful whenever he does because
Yeah.
it allows us to get all of the materials that we need for
Mhm.
making the huge pens, for selling off stuff to get all the machines we need. And like, there were so many times where you made a farm and we just became like specialty ranchers. Like
Yeah.
there was that time where we had like a cheese empire, didn't we?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We realized that the quickest way, or not the quickest, but the most efficient way to make money was cheese. So it started out with just the little shed and like one or two cows, and we were just making like maybe one tiny trailer of cheese. And then we were making vans of cheese,
Yes.
so many cheese wheels. And yeah, there was just so much cheese to like get through. And it was like very monotonous, but at the same time, it was enough difference of running back and forth, and waiting for the cheese to get ready, and then slaughtering all the cows because we had so many cows. Um, yeah,
Mm.
it was very chaos, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then we had the chicken farm as well. That didn't last very long.
True.
Tried to like monopolize on chickens and just start a farm from nothing but chickens, but it just wasn't profitable.
Yeah. Like we were slowly earning money, but
Yeah.
slowly.
Yeah,
And
so
neither of us
slow.
really like to go very slow in games.
Nope. But it's handy having Wham in the same game because he'll be off mining all the trees down and processing them into planks, and then I can pick up all his planks and either use them all so he has nothing left, or sell them, and then he can be like, What happened to that giant pile I just made? It's gone now. Thanks.
And then I'd be like, oh, more wait for me, and then I'll just chop down more shit.
Yeah. You also
Like,
found like an infinite hack on one of the mountains.
Yes, I was
Yes!
just about to mention that.
Yeah. So literally, I glitched my way up, like over the edge of where you're supposed, like where the edge of the map is supposed to be. I glitched my way up, was able to find where there still was still land, kind of ish, and up there apparently the trees spawn weirdly. So like a shit ton of trees will just spawn in of each other. So I would just chop down like 10, 15 trees in one, like at one point, and then just flop all down all the logs to chop them up into planks. It was beautiful.
It was
It was so good.
so good, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd have to say Ranch is probably the go-to. Which I think it actually got a new DLC or expansion pack.
Yeah, we need
Yep.
to check that out at some point when we have spare time. Because fuck yeah,
Yeah.
that would be so cool.
Pretty much, like I'm just the reason why I haven't touched Ranch in a while is because I'm waiting for big updates. Because they have like
Yeah.
oil production in there, and that is a really good way to earn money in the game. But it
Yeah.
takes so long, and from what I've found so far, there is only one oil puddle. So you can't
Oh.
really monopolize it. And then They've also introduced like better horses, I think, recently. Oh, horse breeding, which is
Yeah.
dangerously.
For a while we were. Yeah.
No, you go.
Just for a while we tried to monopolize on horse breeding, but
Yeah.
goodness, it takes so long to get enough money to get good horses.
Yeah, because like you can sell horses in the game as well, and now you can breed them. You could technically get shit horses, buy shit horses from the auction, train them up, breed them, sell the parents, train the kids up, breed them, and just keep going. Because like you can get quite a lot of money just for horses, but
Definitely.
they just take so long. So much time goes into training them.
It's
Which-
fun, but time consuming.
Yeah, I guess it's realistic because, it's the same IRL, but it's just, gameplay wise, it's not as fun, I guess. Which, like, we have, like, Ranch of Rivershine for, like, breeding stuff. Yeah, they're much better
True.
coat colours and stuff.
Yeah, such a game.
But yeah, I like,
Hmm?
I like those kinds of games. Just,
Totally understandable.
lots of
And
animals.
another game we also played quite a bit of together was the Old Market Simulator.
Yeah!
Yes.
Another sim game, but
Mhm.
honestly, it's so good. Oh, the other day when I messaged you, and I asked you if you were busy and you were playing with Loki, I was gonna
Yeah.
ask if you wanted to play Old Ranch Sim.
Oh.
That's why I
You mean
messaged you.
old Market Sim? But yes, like if I hadn't been playing with Loki, I would definitely like want to play with you. Definitely.
Because I saw that and I was like, oh, I want to play that. I want to play that with my friends. I don't want to play that by myself.
Aww.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a friend.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, okay.
But we totally do need to get back into that game together at some point.
I mean, if
It's
you
Yeah.
such a
guys,
good one to chill.
if you're not busy after this, why don't we play it after this?
Good
Sure.
plan.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
I
Sounds
don't
like a
mind.
plan.
I don't mind. Okay.
As long as it doesn't affect you and your time for work and all that.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
be
not
careful.
working tomorrow, so.
Perfect.
Even better than
Perfect.
then yeah. Oh, should we try out the new expansion area thing they
Yeah.
put in then?
Yeah,
Whoa.
let's do that.
Fuck yeah. I want to be a blacksmith.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know what I want to do.
Yeah, you can
Decorate.
Figure it
also
out. Do, do, do,
You can
Figure it
also
out.
be a blacksmith if you want.
Figure it out.
do, do.
Alright, okay, back on topic though.
What? Well, actually, saying that, we're coming to the end of this episode. We might have gone over it a little bit, but
Oops.
Oh no. well.
someone close it out. Go, 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 go.
Right, thank you so much for listening to The Scattered. You have listened to me, Whammer, my co-host Sarah, and
Woohoo!
our guest host, Courtney. We hope you have loved this episode, and you want to listen to more. We upload every Thursday. Specific times there is none, but we upload every Thursday. Or try to our best at least. We hope you want to stick around. You like, subscribe, and share with friends and family. See you next time.